For the first time, a national park of global significance, Amboseli National Park, has been placed under county management. To supporters, it's long overdue justice for the Maasai who have lived with wildlife and paid the highest price. But to critics, it's a political gamble that could weaken decades of protection of an iconic system. So who is right? What has actually transpired, and what does it mean for Kenya's wildlife, its people, and our conservation future? Let's unpack it. Amboseli, or as the Maasai call it, Empusel, the place of salty, dusty soil. A landscape where elephants have shaped science, where the Maasai have shaped culture, and where the state has shaped policy.
Amboseli National Park is a crowd puller, attracts tourists in their numbers.
For generations, the Maasai grazed their livestock across this ecosystem. But in 1974, Amboseli was gazetted as a national park, and management moved to the central government through the Kenya Wildlife Service.
There was a feeling that the park Amboseli was being run down, and national government took over Amboseli. Since that time, the Maasais have been agitating for the correction of that historical injustice.
Tourism boomed, research flourished, but communities on the park's edges felt the benefits less and the costs more. Human-wildlife conflict here is not abstract. It is a daily negotiation of survival. Crop destruction, livestock losses, children walking to school through elephant corridors. And while the Wildlife Compensation Fund exists on paper, communities say payouts take years, if they come at all.
We are launching the Community Wildlife Compensation Committee so that the documents are processed much faster. We are also looking for other innovative resource mobilization methods so that we have enough kitty to compensate the people who have been affected.
The push for devolution of park management began years ago, but the breakthrough came in 2023 when President William Ruto signaled support.
The Maasai community gave the land that was trust land for the Maasai people, the land that is now Amboseli National Park. And while President Mwai Kibaki, by executive order, said that that should be managed by the county government of Kajiado, I confirm that will be the case.
In 2025, the cabinet approved a formal transfer of management functions, not land ownership, to the Kajiado County government.
Amboseli National Park has not been transferred to Kajiado County government. We have only facilitated the transfer of management function. The park still remains as a national government mandate, because if you look at the constitution, it delineates and assigns the management and the entire function of animal, wildlife, conservation as a national government function. Under
the deed, revenue from Amboseli will shift gradually to Kajiado through a phased schedule. In the 2026-2027 financial year, Kajiado and the national government will each receive 50%. In 2027-2028, the county's share rises to 70%. And from 2028-2029 onward, Kajiado will retain 100% of the park's revenue. Even then, a permanent 5% allocation will continue to be set aside for national park development.
Ile makosa kidogo ilitokea, ugomvi ya viongozi miaka 51 iliyopita, tofauti za watu ambayo ilisababisha hii National Park ikapelekwa kwenye usimamizi wa serikali kuu. Leo hiyo ugomvi tumetatua.
But far from the celebrations, conservationists are sounding alarm.
2 billion Kenya shillings annually is the main problem that is driving everyone to demand a share of Amboseli National Park.
Some lawmakers have questioned the legality of the transfer, arguing that national parks are a shared national heritage and must remain under national management.
National Park ni mali ya umma. So kama kweli Bwana Rais anataka kusaidia watu wa Masai kwa area hii ambao wanahifadhi hii mbuga, aanze na kubadilisha katiba, sio kudanganya watu, kuzungusha watu watatawapea park.
The law allows a situation where either the entirety of the function can be transferred to either level of government, or part of a function, or what we call elements or functions, can be transferred to either level of government.
The simplest job that the Kajiado county government should have gone for was a table discussion to share the money and a request to have 50% of the revenue collected or 75% of the revenue collected.
The national government insists there is no threat. KWS retains ownership. International conservation obligations remain national duties. Amboseli's handover is a bold experiment, one that blends history, community, and conservation into a new governance model.
The white man came and said, these Africans do not know how to look after this wildlife. They introduced the concept of conservation with their gun, remove the communities that were supporting this wildlife.
It could become a global example of people-powered stewardship, or a warning about the risks of shifting what has long been national.
We want to show that African conservation works, and it is the right conservation.
Michelle Ngele, Odhiambo, NTV.